But you were the guy that was putting the Lakers at 10, bro.
I'm just about to say this.
Yeah.
So hold up, bro.
I'm just about to say
What
this.
you tell them about if they finish high, you don't even think that.
I said if. Heavy on the if is what I said. I didn't say they will. I said they will finish 10th. I was confident on that. I'm not confident at all that they'll finish 4th. But if so, Luka is league MVP.
He said an if with 3 Fs.
GMLB family, welcome back to another episode of Good Morning, Let's Basketball. On today's episode, we got a lot of predictions going down, but before we get into that, I am your host, Mike Miles. And to my right, we're going to switch up the order today. Words from the CEO, that is the founder and the brains behind the whole operation, that is Vic. Vic, what's going on?
NBA Media Day was today. Zion came skinny. Luka came skinny. It's going to be a great NBA season ahead of us.
Was it really Media Day? I didn't even know
It
that.
was.
How did that go over my head? I missed all of it. Wait, how did we both miss it? Wow, that sucks.
Maybe you guys are off the grid.
Yeah, it is the off season, not only for the players but also for us. Below me, that is the GMLB Chief of Security, Big Macedonia. I'm doing it off the top of my head from the island of relevancy. That is Main Event Kev. Kev, welcome back to the pod.
Appreciate it, brother. Out from Hotel Hell today, and we have even more bums to talk about.
Hotel Hell. Yes, sir.
That's what this place feels like.
It's a desolate place over there, isn't it?
Yeah, shout out to Quality Inn, man, for flying me out.
GMLB family today. We have this may be a quick episode. I feel like every time I say it's going to be a quick episode, it always is our longest episode. But today we're doing predictions. Just like last season, we came out, we dropped our predictions before the season started. We actually should have checked those. We should have checked those this episode. That would have been a good idea. Well, we know for
Maybe
next season.
episode.
yeah, maybe next episode we'll check. But today we are going to give our 2025-2026 NBA season predictions for Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, Six-Man MVP, All-NBA First Team, and Finals Matchup plus Winner. And in that order we're going to go. So let's just get it kicked off with Rookie of the Year, fellas. What are the predictions? I don't have a passionate one for this, but I mean, how could you? But go ahead.
I mean, the easy guess is obviously Cooper Flagg, number 1 pick. He went to a solid team. I feel like that could hinder him a little bit because he's already going to a team that's damn good. He's going to contribute. He's going to play very well. But as far as getting the Rookie of the Year, I'm not sure. But then again, the votes could heavily lean his way because he's on the Mavericks and he's going to be on a solid team. But if I had to pick someone else, not give you the boring guess, I'd probably go with Ace Bailey. I mean, the Jazz have just gutted their team, and there's nobody there. We might see him put up like 30 shots a game and average like 20 points. Inefficient, but the stats will be there if he decides to get on the court.
Like Kevin said, the obvious answer is easily Cooper Flagg. I mean, this guy has been hyped up since I think his sophomore year of high school, and he's the biggest prospect we've seen since Wemby, but also he's in that tier of like Wemby, LeBron as prospects. So there's a lot of hype going on his shoulders for this season, and I definitely think that he could win Rookie of the Year, and he probably will. But if I had to give another guy who I think would win the Rookie of the Year, I think that would be VJ Edgecombe. I really like his game. He plays really well defensively and also is very super athletic. Like, this kid could jump out the gym. So I think he's going to be starting for Philly to start the season. And I like the past couple of draft picks that Philly has had. I think he's going to be fitting right in with that system. And hopefully the 76ers can stay healthy this year. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not really gonna entertain this one a lot. I mean, it's Cooper Flag. I think we'd be wasting everyone's time if we went extended length into Rookie of the Year here. I mean, you guys covered everything. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and explain to you who Cooper Flag is, barring any injuries. He's probably gonna be Rookie of the Year. All right. I don't have passionate takes about like college guys I haven't seen play yet. Give me like 2 weeks into the season, I'll give you a better answer, but it probably won't change. It's Cooper Flag. All right, let's move on to something that actually matters here. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm gonna just cut off that Rookie of the Year debate. Any passionate takes? We saw Evan Mobley last year. I don't believe any of us had Evan Mobley as a Defensive Player of the Year winner.
Wasn't it you?
Any?
Or no?
I had him as first time All Star.
Yeah. I'll say, I mean, it should have been Wemby last year. Had he not went out with injury, he was going to win it. Like, by a landslide, it was his. I mean, he was like a minus 1,200 favorite. It was basically written. But he got injured a little too early into the season, obviously, with the health. So it's probably going to be him again. Or I should say him for the first time, but he's definitely going to be in the running. Like, this dude has been like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate ever since he stepped on an NBA floor. So I think we're going to see him win his first of a few, actually, Defensive Player of the Year awards. Had a 5-5 game. I believe it was his rookie year. I can't remember. But he had it, and that's incredibly impressive. Had a couple games where he had...
Does he have 3? No, that's... Because I know he has 2 for sure, but I think he got that both in his rookie year, and then I think he got a third one this past season.
Very well might have, honestly. It probably just became regular to see. But the games where he had like 10 blocks or near 10 blocks, like it's going to be hard to push this guy away from the conversation. But it could also be the first year we see AD finally get it. I mean, with Kyrie being out, he's definitely going to be the anchor down low alongside Gafford and Lively. He's been a player that feels like he deserves it and feels like he should have won it in previous years. He's going to have to hold it down, so it could be him too. I'm not ruling him out.
He has 2. I fact-checked it. I thought he got 3. There was something he got his third, like it was some stat that he got the third that I can't think of off the top of my head. But
and he trained with KG this offseason.
Well, remember, Thon Maker also trained with KG this offseason. Or not this offseason, but a offseason. And KG said he'd be the next MVP. So
we'll
take that with a grain of salt.
We'll be logical. We'll recognize the gap in those two guys in the years that they had in their NBA. I see the point, but I don't understand it.
What's the take with Dyson Daniels now? Do you think he can replicate what he did last season again?
I definitely do.
Do you think he can?
That's a great pick. He completely went over my head just because guards really don't win this award. This is mainly a big award. But, dude, I watched a video on Dyson Daniels explaining how he thinks on the defensive end and just how, like, in tune with defense he is and how serious he takes it and how he anticipates everything before the play even happens. It was just really amazing to just, like, watch him say that and see how he thinks defensively. So I definitely think that just after watching that video, it gives me confidence in him being able to do that again. I think he's going to be one of those players that it's going to be a matchup nightmare every time you go against this guy just because of how hard he plays defensively, and he's always in the passing lanes, always going to rip you. I mean, he's going to be a good candidate. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a common thing NBA players say when they talk about defense. I see it before it happens. No, you react to it. You just react a little bit quicker than everybody. But yeah, I mean, great barrier thief. He has the coolest nickname in the NBA right now, minus like Slim Reaper and King James out of the new guys. Pretty sick nickname. Yeah. He'll definitely be in the running again. Cool thing about that is, though, Atlanta Hawks, they got Nickeil Alexander-Walker now, too. So the guards are going to be in hell when they come to Atlanta. Like, that's a lot of pressure right there. They have KP down low. However many games he plays, he'll make an impact. Mm. So they're really picking the defensive guards that Atlanta has was strategically to pick up Trae Young's slack. It's like, you won't have to worry about it as much anymore.
That's what they said about DeJounte Murray. But no, this is different.
These guys know their role.
Yeah.
What
I've
were-
never. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, do you know what off the top of your head? I'll look it up if you don't. But what his stocks were last season? Because I know it was something ridiculous. He even had
I don't know his stocks off the top. I know that I've never heard anyone talk about deflections until last season, though, because of how many Dyson Daniels got. I'm looking at the list right now. So he had 443, which I believe is an NBA record. Right? That's a record. That is a record.
Wait, sorry, what'd you
Deflections?
say?
The most deflections in a season ever. Dyson Daniels last season. And then the second, so he had 443, and second was Keon Ellis with 272. So he's like almost 200 deflections above Keon Ellis. Again, never heard anyone talk about this stat until last season. But then you look at the rest of the list, and it's like Nikola Jokic has 259, and like everyone knows he's not a great defender. And then Kelly Oubre has 250. And it's like, are these really that? Are these?
I feel like that
Well-
Jokic one makes sense though.
I mean, how many of
Just
them
like-
are just dumping it into the post and he just like taps it away? It's
But
like,
that still counts though. I mean, I
It's,
do see him
it's-
do that a lot.
That's quite literally a deflection, if you ask me.
yeah, I think it's a lot more impressive when you're jumping a passing lane though, and not just standing behind a guy, reach around and like tap the ball away. It's interesting stat. It's impressive that he has that many, but
Considering he has so much more than everybody else, like the guy in second place, it definitely does make it impressive. I mean, that's what it took for us to talk about it, was somebody shattering the record and
Yeah.
being 200 deflections above the second place person. So maybe we'll see him break another record this year.
you want to hear like a heavy sleeper pick I have though this year? If it's not okay, just to be clear, I think Wemby is going to win it. Victor, who was your guy? Who were you taking?
I want to say Wemby, but the only thing that concerns me is his health. So I could see Mobley winning it again. But if Wemby's healthy, I think it's clearly him. I think the voters have wanted to give it to him like the past 2 years. It's just the first year he was a rookie. I felt like that played a part into it. And then last year he got injured. Otherwise, that award would have been his. But, I think this might be his year.
Okay, so we're consensus Wemby on this one. I have Dyson Daniels as my backup, but I have a sleeper in Amen Thompson this year. I think he has a shot, and let me tell you why. With Fred going down now, which surprises me that this wasn't on the docket today. We probably should have reassessed our docket when we heard that news, because that would have been a great topic. But anyway, besides that, with Fred going down and Amon now getting even more minutes in that lineup, and seeing what he did last season, he finished. Where did he finish in defensive? I just had that pulled up. Let me
you talking about
find
the-
exactly where he finished last season. He finished 1, 2, 3, 4. He finished 5th last season in Defensive Player of the Year voting. So it was Mobley, Daniels, Draymond, Lou Dort, and then him. So, and that's a guy coming off the bench. I know he started for like a portion of the season towards the end, but that guy's coming off the bench. So, I don't know, maybe throwing Tyler Hero on the ground like a rag doll got him some extra points on that one. And I'm glad he did that. But, yeah, Amen Thompson, sleeper pick. Half of the Terror Twin combo. Watch the guy play on-ball defense. I mean, he literally pressures the ball full court the entire game. And he never gets tired either. I mean, we've heard LeBron say he's one of, if not the most athletic player in the league. I think the guy has all the intangibles to win that award pretty easily.
Yeah, dude. The beginning of last year, the Amen Thompson slop got a little out of hand with people calling him the most unique player ever. I'm just like, okay, he's a two-guard that can play D. Like, let's chill. My thing on that, I was going to bring up one of the Thompson twins as kind of like a sleeper dark horse pick. But, man, Fred went down. We don't need that dude playing defense, man. He needs to score, especially after last year. We need to see him play offense. The position they're in, no. Not his year. Next year.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a good sleeper pick. I do see a lot of people. I don't want to go into this yet because I have another sleeper pick, but I do see a lot of people saying that Amen Thompson could be most improved this year.
Jumping the gun. Jumping the gun to the next award.
I don't want to go there yet. Because I don't know. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this guy for Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Chet Holmgren.
Health.
Because
Health.
yeah, for sure, health. I mean, that's the same thing with all these players, though.
Yeah, but like Chet wasn't. Chet's not doing what these guys are doing. Solid defender, don't get me wrong. He can definitely win it one day, but I don't know if I'd like him this year for it.
You know, if the Blazers actually were set to do anything this season, I think Toumani Camara would have a shot. Like, final bid guy. Top 3 guy.
That's another good one, dude.
Solid pick. Dude, there's like a couple of people on Portland I feel like can win it. Klingon 1 year can win it. He was incredible on defense towards the end of last year. Their new big man, Yang Hansen, don't sleep. Drafted by the Grizzlies, traded to Portland. Like, they got 3 I won't say studs because we haven't seen Yang Hansen play yet, but he's big, so hopefully he can play defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Portland's up there with defense, man. Got Drew Holiday, too. Pretty solid defensive team.
If I was going to say if Giannis didn't have Kevin Porter Jr. and Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent Jr. in his starting lineup and didn't have to literally do everything for them, he probably could have a shot at another Defensive Player of the Year. But with having no help, he's going to pretty much only play one side of the floor just to win games.
This guy's going to be carrying the boats this season.
More than that. 2 boats.
3 boats.
You
undermined it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going Wemby. My backup is going to be Dyson just because he had so much hype last season. I'm not fully convinced that he can replicate the season he just had. I am kind of leaning towards what happened last season was like the best we'll ever see Dyson Daniels play defense. He'll still be a great defender, but like to be in that race like that and almost win, I don't know if I necessarily see that, but because he has so much hype around him and there's going to be way more eyes on him, he's probably going to play a lot more minutes this season. And the Hawks will actually be successful. I mean, we have him finishing 5th in the East. He might have a shot again. That's kind of my rationale. And then my sleeper is Amen. Amen Thompson could do it if he gets slopped again.
He will. It's a popular thing to do.
Any other guys? I mean, Lou Dort, Draymond, Zubats finished 6th last year. Jaren Jackson's always in the running. Do we have anyone else worth mentioning here? The Grizzlies are going to be horrible, I think. So I don't think
Yeah, they're gonna suck. I feel like we touched on everybody that has like a chance at winning it. Like anyone else we name, it's like, oh, maybe if they like become the greatest defensive player we've seen in the season, sure. But yeah, I think all the possible ones we've hit.
All right.
I'd be shocked if it's anybody else outside of the names we mentioned.
Yeah. All right, let's move into most improved. Any passionate takes for most improved player of the year this year?
You know what? I got
before
a few.
we get. Oh, you have a few? You can go ahead. I was gonna, or you know what? I'll just go. So I want to get your guys' opinion when we talk about most improved. I felt like last year was a great example of what most improved meant because Dyson Daniels won that award. But previously, I don't think that award was living up to what most improved meant.
And
Okay. What does it mean to you?
I think it should go to guys that are, you know, they really didn't come into the league as, you know, how do I say it? Like maybe like they didn't come into the league as like a lottery pick. They kind of, first 2 seasons they're kind of getting their feet wet, and then they start the third or fourth season they just have a breakout year, which is like 8 or 10 points plus per game. And I felt like that's really what most improved should be. Not these guys who already scored 20 points per game in a season, have a bad year, and then come back the next year and still score 20 again and then get most improved. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Is there a player you're thinking of specifically?
I didn't like when Tyrese Maxey won it. I did not like when I don't think John Moran should have won it. There's probably another one that I'm missing right off the top of my head.
I kind of see both sides on it. I do agree with you more now. My opinion has kind of changed on it. The thing is I don't think it's fair unless you're like a top 3 pick. I think lottery pick is extending it too far, because if you're like the 14th pick, you're not expected to like drop 20 a game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're in the lottery, yeah, but like I think that's easily still territory for that kind of award. Now, when you say like Paolo, I was always iffy with Wemby, because Wemby's like jump, like when he takes that jump, it's going to be an insane jump. Like, it's not going to be a normal jump. Like, the guy is going to go from, like, 4 blocks a game to, like, 6 blocks a game or something. Let's say it's something crazy like that, when he, like, understands the game and the NBA a little better. Like, that guy, his season jump will probably be insane to the point where you have to give it to him. But I agree with you on Maxey. Now, here's the real question. Are you upset that Maxey won it because he beat Kobe White?
Yeah, I mean that
Or
is
it actually mad at Maxey?
That's a little bit of it, but I mean, like if you look at his stats, right? I mean, I know he wasn't a lottery pick; he was outside the lottery, but he had 20 points the season before, and then the season after he averaged 25.9, increase of 5 points per game. But like,
What
a
about
guy
the
like
rest,
Kobe
though?
White,
It's not just a points award. What else did he improve
no,
on?
I know he improved on his assists by 3 or like 6.2 from 3.5. His rebounds went from 2.6 to 2.9 to 3.7. So his field goal percentage went down a bit. No, wait, yeah, his field goal percentage went down a bit, and his 3-point percentage went down a bit as well. But I don't know. I just really don't think guys who have already scored 20 points per game should get it. It should go to guys who like go from like 10 to 18 or 10 to 20.
What if you go from 20 to like 27.5? I think you still
depends on your
deserve. I think
role.
you deserve it. You're putting up 27.5 points per game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the situation. Then at that point, it's like, are they going from a role player on the team to the star on the team? I think that would make sense. But I don't know.
So there are some names that I did really like for this award. Now,
Bro didn't even chime in on your question. He just waited. He waited the entire conversation just to get back to his players.
Yeah.
right. Well, the topic today is our predictions for the award, not why Victor hates the award. So I'm going to give my predictions. Now,
crazy.
Victor, I'll warn you, both these guys have averaged 15 these past 2 seasons, but I'm expecting heavy breakouts. The 2 names that came to my mind, one, Ben Mathurin. With Tyrese out, I think this is a really good opportunity for him to break out. I wouldn't consider him having like 15, 16 points per game seasons previously, like he did last year as like breakout seasons, considering he was like a pretty high draft pick. But like I said, with Halliburton out, he looked really good in the playoffs last year too. He had a crazy game off the bench in the playoffs. I think he can definitely, it seems like he's getting a lot more comfortable, like he's finding his identity. He's one of those guys that talks a special kind of trash on the Pacers, does it very subtly. You won't see it. So, yeah, I'm expecting him to have a really big year. I think he's going to ball out. And, yeah, dude's a straight-up hooper. And then my backup, if he ever gets freed, is going to be Kuminga. Because, like, this guy is talent, dude. He's so good. But he is just trapped. I think he brought up being traded to the Golden State Warriors the other day. Or I don't know how recently I saw this. It was maybe like a month ago or a day ago. I lose track of my days, but he essentially just walked into the Golden State Warriors front office and said, "Do you guys even want me here?" And like, I feel bad. So if he gets traded, he's for sure winning Most Improved, 100%.
That or he's pulling a Josh Smith. He's just getting his own team and being trash.
I'm trying to find it because I saw it today. I think, it says right here. The Warriors will be signing Al Horford, Seth Curry, Gary Payton, and DeAnthony Melton once the Kuminga situation ends next week. So supposedly it's supposed to end next week.
That's what they've been
give that
saying
a
for
moment of
4
silence.
seasons.
Yeah.
Should we give him the GMLB moment of silence? Yeah, let's go ahead and give him 5 seconds, fellas. Never did a moment of silence in the middle of an episode, but I think it's
I didn't
warranted.
mean right now.
No, but it's
I didn't
warranted.
mean right now.
It really is warranted. It like makes sense though. I mean, the guy's been a
does.
hostage for 4 seasons.
Yeah, we need to give it to him sooner rather than later. Just the way they need to get rid of him sooner rather than later. But yeah, when he gets traded, because Victor just confirmed it, it's real, he's winning. Your guys' picks don't even matter.
I want the Celtics to get him, dude, and use him as a trade
Dude.
piece. Let him just hoop when no one else is on the team.
You just want the Celtics to get everybody for trade pieces. You want Giannis so bad. It's gross. It's
Well, I
greedy.
mean, we literally have like guys who are borderline in the league in our starting lineup. You know, why not? We're basically doing the same thing with Anthony Simons. We might as well get Kuminga too.
Yeah. Yeah, Simons is gone.
Yeah, we could trade Simons to the Warriors for Kuminga. And then that could be like a piece, depending on how he plays. I don't think he would fit very well, but Kuminga always struck me as a guy who would be really good on like the Hornets.
On the Hornets.
Yeah.
Or like the Jazz. It's one of those
I feel,
teams.
dude, it
Or
might
like
be
Detroit.
it might be even worse of a prison sentence on the Hornets.
Yeah, but at least he could play.
At least he can play the sport he's grinded his whole life to be the best, one of the best in the world in, you know? Or like Detroit. I don't know why. I could see him being sick on Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even Houston.
Could fit there.
I don't think Houston would give up anything for him, but
Nah. I don't
having
think
like
so
an
either.
offensive guy. What about Josh Giddey? Any thought on
He
that?
just got paid. Yeah, he's not winning it. He just got paid.
That's
Whenever a Bulls
fair.
player gets paid, it's written that they're going to fall off.
Or get hurt. That's always a part of it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, he didn't get what he wanted. It wasn't the contract
signed.
he wanted. Yeah.
If you walk away from the deal feeling like you got screwed, you're an idiot.
Wise words.
You got what he deserved.
I do like the Matherin pick though. I know you said I wouldn't like it. That was actually one of the guys I had, just because, like you said, he's going to be getting a lot more minutes this year, and he played phenomenal in the playoffs last year. Yeah. That was a guy who really stepped up and was a spark off the bench. I really like that pick a lot.
What about Cason Wallace? You know, was he a rookie last season? He was, right? He was a rookie last season.
I think
I
it
don't
might
think
have
so.
been his second year. But, like, can he make a big enough jump to be considered with this award, considering everyone else on his team? Even the guy who just won league MVP is also still getting better, along with Chet, J-Dub. I think he's on too stacked of a team to win it.
You think? Just too many young guys.
So he's going to improve, obviously, but are his numbers going to improve? Because that's what people look at for this award, essentially. It's like, yeah, he's going to be a better player. He's going to be a contributor on this team for as long as he's in the league or on the team. I don't think his numbers can take too big of a jump in order for him to be considered.
Dang, bro, this brain fog is getting bad. Yeah, that was his second season. Why did I think that was his rookie season? I'm tripping. Anyway, yeah, you make a good point, Kevin. Yeah, that's just having. I mean, the roster's stacked, obviously, but the fact that they're also young guys who are all looking to take a jump and get paid, some of them already did. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much chopped. I think that is a guy who like can legitimately win the sixth man of the year next year. Not to jump ahead, but do you think if you has anyone ever won sixth man of the year and most improved? I feel like that's like a lot more possible than we would
If
think.
anybody did that, that was probably Lou Will.
Yeah. Especially if you're like stepping into the six man role for a championship team. Like I think you got a lot of eyes on you. But anyway, we'll skip Case and Wallace because you do make a good point, at least about most improved player. Just running through the top of the list last season in the running. So Dyson Daniels won it. Zubats had his breakout season. Cade was in it. Christian Brown was in it. And Austin Reeves rounded out the top five. I don't think any of those guys will be in the running this year. I feel like it's kind of a 1 year award. It's like the year you take that jump.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if you're like a finalist,
Yeah.
like top three. Like, yeah, you're not gonna qualify next year. You're past it.
Yeah, it's like, you take that jump and you're like in that top running, but now like that's what's expected of you. So it's not like you're not going to take the jump again. So
And plus, it's harder to take a jump again like that. You know what I mean? Especially depending on how big of a jump you took.
here's an interesting one. I don't think this is going to happen, but hypothetically, if the Celtics started Peyton Pritchard this season and they went Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Simons, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Garza or something, like got a little crazy with it, I think Peyton Pritchard could make a really good case for most improved if he's in the starting lineup. Just with the amount of minutes he's hooping on a team that, like, isn't the greatest, but will still be in the playoff race, so there's still going to be eyes on him. I feel like that guy, I mean, we just saw him win Sixth Man of the Year last season. I feel like that guy is poised for a breakout if he gets inserted into that starting lineup.
I feel like in order for him to like win the most improved, he would like have to make the All-Star team. Considering he already did win like a very important award. Like sixth man is pretty important, and he was hooping last year.
Yeah, at first that seemed egregious, but that kind of makes sense actually.
Yeah, this is always interesting this is an interesting award to debate because it's literally anyone's award.
Yeah.
It's not like MVP where we can narrow it down to like 4 or 5 guys. Like there's anybody that can win this. Like I did not think freaking Dyson Daniels had a chance. I would have never guessed him at the beginning of last season that he was going to win it. I would have. It didn't cross my mind at all.
I think the only one the past season that was like everybody was like the clear favorite and then ended up winning was the Tyrese Maxey one, which was the one that I didn't like. But
considering Kobe White had like 100% growth in points per game.
Hey, here's one. What about Matas Buzelis if he starts?
that's a good one.
You know what? I'm hammering that pick for me. Hammer that pick right now. Matas Buzelis will get most improved in the 25-26 season. Hammer that.
And he's going to be better than Cooper Flag.
Dang, we should have done a bingo card update. We had some stuff happen. We'll probably have to save it for next episode. If you made it this far, tune in for next episode. We got some bingo card updates. Yeah, I'm hammering Buzelis.
Dude, he definitely has a good case, man. I mean, he averaged 8.6 points, 1 assist, and 3.5 rebounds.
Yeah, like he's going to get played this season. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And this resurgence, he's going to get up to like 16 points a game, I bet. Something like that.
That'd be sick. I mean, when you're at rock bottom, you can't really dig, so it's only up from here.
All I have to do
you
is
can
like,
dig.
all I have to do is just crack like the play-in, and I think he's got it.
Well, we're really good at that, so I think your pick is already written. It's hit. I'm putting money on it.
Give yourselves a final pick, just so we can have something to look back on.
Going Mathurin. I like that pick a lot.
Mathurin, Buzelis, Vic. What's it going to be? Don't copy us.
I know that's I didn't, I really like the Matherin pick, but since to not copy you, I think another guy that could potentially win this award is Denny Advida. I think him going on the Blazers really helped his career from going from Washington, and also that Blazers team's going to be nice next year. I think they're going to improve. They're really good defensively, and it seems like Denny Advida is probably going to be like the main guy scoring the ball on the team.
Really? Not
Someone
Scoot?
has to.
Forgetting it?
Not Shaden Sharp?
I don't think Scoot. No, I don't think either of those. I think it's gonna be Denny.
Dang. All right.
Honestly, there's a couple guys on Portland that could probably win this. Scoot or Shaden could
See,
win it too.
The problem is they have to like compete. They have to be competitive. That's the only problem I see with this is like they're not actually gonna compete for anyone to like really consider them for this stuff.
The
Maybe
Hawks
their
didn't make
defense can
playoffs
carry
last
that
year.
much.
Yeah, if they made the play in.
Hey man, they didn't really compete though.
I mean, that's why I said like you just have to like be relevant basically. If they don't finish bottom 3, now remember we have them finishing at 13 on our predictions. If they don't finish bottom 3, I'm actually going to push that to bottom 4. If they don't finish bottom 4, then they'll have a shot at the awards, I think. Like, you can't be just bottom of the league.
Yeah, but that was also consensus.
That was consensus, but did you vote Blazers or were you Team Kings? Who was on Team Kings with me?
I was Team Kings.
Yeah, you were.
you and
You were
Daniel.
Team Kings with me. I
Yeah,
wasn't Blazers.
I did not want Blazers there. I had them higher on my list. I think I had them finishing like 10 or 9th on my actual rankings.
All right, well, that's fair. I mean, if they finish where you had them, they'll definitely be a lot more eligible just for the simple fact that people have more eyes on them. All right, next up, fellas. Let's go to Sixth Man of the Year as we're starting to heat up into the good awards here. Sixth Man of the Year. Can't be Pritchard again. What do you guys have?
Yeah, probably could, actually. We've seen a few guys get multiple. My favorite in the past few years was Naz Reid, though. I don't think anyone's done it like him. But, dude, for this year, honestly, it's a guy I said earlier. I feel like Alexander Walker could be a solid pick. It seems like they're definitely going to compete this year. We have the Hawks being pretty solid this year. It's also pretty crazy that this dude's been in the league 6 years. I had no idea he's been in the NBA that long. I thought it's only been like 3 or 4. He's already been on numerous teams, too. You guys know he was on the Pelicans? I had no clue. Pelicans, Utah?
Yeah, I did not know that. I knew like his name because it was long, but I didn't know anything about him until the Wolves. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know too much. I didn't like follow him and track him and stuff.
I don't think anyone really did. But he was putting up 25 minutes a game last year. Like, the guy plays. He's definitely not a bum. So I think he's going to have a bigger role in Atlanta, too. They're all in, ready to win. So I feel like he could be a very solid piece for them off the bench.
Yeah, I'm going to double down on Case and Wallace for Sixth Man this year. With them being defending champs and title favorites. And, going into year 3, that's usually when we see a lot of these players either begin their jump or fully make their jump. I think he had an incredible season last season. I'm not going to go as far as to say like they wouldn't have won it without him, but it's like, you could make the case. The dude off the bench, like just defensively, dude, he's everywhere, all over the floor. He had some shooting woes, but I think he'll bounce back. I think the guy's going to be a great shooter in the league. And, the dude is just so athletic. Like, have you seen him just jump and dunk on people? Like, it's not as drastic as like Stephon Castle, where you're just like, where did that come from? But Cason Wallace be dunking, bro. Like, the dude is an athlete. And so I think the guy can just break down defenses easily. And, the Thunder have such a great roster where you can just swing out to shooters, pretty much do whatever you want. It's up to Mark Daigneault. But, again, with more experience, I think he'll play more. That's always a big deal for these awards, and I think Cason Wallace is next up for that Sixth Man of the Year award, especially if they go far in the playoffs. Not that playoffs factor in, but he'll just have way more eyes on him.
I hate to piggyback off of Kevin, but I do really like the Gilgeous-Alexander Walker pick, just because I'm particularly high on the Hawks this season. I really like the roster changes they made this past offseason, and adding guys like Porzingis, adding Gilgeous-Alexander Walker. I think it's going to do a lot of good for this team. And then we have Jalen Johnson coming back healthy. He didn't really play the full season last year. I think this team's going to be really good. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think they're going to finish higher than we ranked them, personally. But I do really like that pick.
Dude, Russell Westbrook still isn't on a team. A lot of people thought he could have won it the other year, but I'm starting to worry if he's going to get signed or picked up by somebody or not. But like, he's a pretty solid pick. I'd say he could win this award if he gets on a team solely off of like the impact he can have on a game, good or bad. I feel like everyone appreciates to see it.
Yeah, it would be cool to see him do it, but like, he wasn't really close on the Nuggets.
Well, I don't know if Westbrook could win it, because if he signs to the Rockets, he's probably going to be the starting point guard.
That's horrible.
wild.
The KD curse continues. Oh man,
'Cause there's
KD and
talks of
Westbrook
him-
reunited though.
Yeah, there's talks of everybody online saying that the Rockets should sign Westbrook just because they need a point guard. But then, I don't know, it's they either go with Reed Shepherd or they go with Westbrook. It's like, who do you want to develop your guy that you spent the high draft pick on, or do you want to go with Westbrook? I think I'd rather go Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. We go Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, I would 100% go Reed Shepherd. But Westbrook, incredible mentor for the young kid, though.
True.
So they should probably do it.
Yeah, it's weird to think that would be Westbrook's second stint in Houston too. A lot of people forget that one season he was there with Harden.
It's quite forgettable.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when he went from like Houston to Washington, those years where you were like, damn, dude, he's actually really falling off.
Yeah, also like going to Houston, he came from Oklahoma City. Like that was like, the first trade from OKC, so it was like a big deal. And it was just trash. He had that one clip of him like talking to that guy on the sideline and catching the backdoor lob. And that was pretty much all I remember from that era. Literally, that's all I remember from that. I wish that the Grizzlies would be good this year so that I could take Santi Aldama, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's just the fact that they're not going to be any good this year. That kind of rolls them out. You're not really making a big impact.
Yeah, they're going to be trash. Mention it for the second time. We'll definitely say it one more time before the end.
What about like on the Nuggets, like Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench? I just thought about that. He had a pretty good season last year.
Yeah, but I feel like he was able to do so on a young team that wasn't so established. Like going to Denver, this guy is going to have a role to play and one role only. So I don't know how much like exploration and takeover this guy can have on Denver. He's pretty much just going to be floating around that 3-point line just with his hands up because the ball's coming from Jokic.
If Tyrese was back, I would say like Obi Toppin could be in the running, but again, with the Pacers, like they're probably going to mess around with rotations all season. There's probably going to be a lot of games where he starts. It's probably going to just throw it out of rhythm for him. There's also like DeAndre Hunter still. DeAndre Hunter still exists. He was in the running last year, like one of the finalists. I could see it. I think his case kind of dwindled once he left Atlanta, though. it turned into like, hey, this guy's going to come on the bench and burn the defense, to like, hey, this guy's going to come off the bench and be like another threat besides the stars once he got to Cleveland. So it was kind of just like a lesser extent of takeover from him as a six man. Because in Atlanta, the guy would come in and just change the game. Like, it's like playing against a starter. But once he got to Cleveland, he just became that 3-and-D option more than like a creator. So I don't know how much that's going to impact it, because he did still make the like finalist round last year. But yeah, he exists just so we can at least mention the guy who like is heavily favored this year.
Plus he's gonna have a full season to play with them too. Like him
Yeah.
being like swung there in the middle of the season, I feel like definitely didn't help him out to win the award.
We also forgot when we were talking about the Grizzlies. I don't know if it would be Santi Aldama. It might be Ty Jerome. He did sign there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you said. Now I just remembered why we skipped over them so fast was because they're probably not going to be a high-seeded team.
Yeah.
So
There it
never
is.
mind.
All right, let's take our picks. I'm going to go with Cason Wallace. He's honestly not even on the odds to win. And I don't know why. I think he can get up to like 10 points. What do you think it takes? Pritchard averaged how many points last season? 14? He averaged 15 points. Is that what it takes
he
to win,
really?
you think? Yeah, he averaged 15.
That and his team was number 1 or 2. They're number 2. So yeah, I would say around there.
Okay. I'm going to switch my pick then. I might have to just go DeAndre Hunter on this. I don't want to sell out like that. But, if Jared McCain doesn't start, Jared McCain could be a six-man too. That's another one that might be fun.
Yeah, I don't think he's starting.
I think he'll definitely start if he's healthy. I think it'd be criminal if they started VJ Edgecombe over your rookie last year who was putting up 30.
Yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, I'm assuming he'll start. It would be
He
Maxey
will.
him.
100%.
Quentin Grimes is starting. So the projected lineup right now is Maxey, Grimes, Edgecombe, PG, and Embiid.
But we don't
So
know
whack.
until they actually come out though, because that changes daily.
But Quentin Grimes at the end of the season was killing it.
Yeah, but McCain was killing it for like the first third of the season.
They did trade for him too.
Yeah, that trade was so stupid too. The Caleb Martin for Quentin Grimes. Every time this comes up, I have to just say how dumb that trade was. Quentin Grimes was so good on Dallas, and they're like, "Yeah, give us Caleb Martin." Like what? And then Quentin Grimes in his like first or second game, comes out and drops like 49 points, and I'm like, "Dude, what is happening?" I watched that game live.
And
Just
there's
validated
absolutely
my
no
point.
there's absolutely no room for Caleb Martin either next season.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, that had to be just like a dump, right? Just like we don't have to pay the guy, something like that. I don't know. I thought it was stupid though. I'm gonna go DeAndre Hunter. I'm just gonna take the safe pick here. Call a spade a spade.
I'll go with Alexander Walker. I'll stick with my gut.
I'm gonna go with Nickeil Alexander-Walker as well. I really like that pick.
All right. Next up on the list, what we've all been waiting for, MVP. Raise your hand if you have someone other than Jokic. Ah. Tell us about Joel
I called
Embiid.
it out. I called it out. Never mind then. I kind of called it out in a reel I made the other day that if there's a year for Luka to do it, it's got to be this year. Like Victor said, media day, he came in skinny. He seems hungry. He's ready to go for the Lakers. He's got to win it at some point. LeBron's getting older, so there might be a little bit more of a heavy load they could put on Luka as opposed to Anthony Davis like they have in the past. So, yeah, dude, I think it could definitely be him this year. I think if they secure a top 4 seed, then he for sure will win MVP. Because if so, then that means he was a heavy contributor and the reason they were the top 4 seed.
But you were the guy that was putting the Lakers at 10, bro.
I'm just
So
about to
hold
say
up now.
this.
Yeah.
So hold up, bro.
I'm just about to say
What
this.
you tell them about if they finish high? You don't even think that.
I said if. Heavy on the if is what I said. I didn't say they will. I said they will finish 10th. I was confident on that. I'm not confident at all that they'll finish 4th. But if so, Luka is league MVP.
He said an if with 3 Fs.
You know, I'm going to say something here. I think that Anthony Edwards really has a good shot this upcoming year. I really think the guy can win it. And I'm not just saying that for the bingo card. The dude led the league in threes last season. Where did he finish? Did he finish on an All-NBA team? He definitely did.
Yeah, probably.
But which
easily.
one? Which one was it? All-NBA?
Probably the second team.
He was second team, I'm pretty sure.
2025. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. The dude was on, like, the All-NBA team. What's the second team?
He was on
here?
second team.
Yeah. Like, okay. He could take the jump, all right? Here's the thing. Dude is like, I mean, he's our age, right? He's going to be like 24 this upcoming season. Dude's already dominating the league. He was the best shooter in the league last season. Statistically, the best shooter in the league, just based on volume. The dude can raise his percentage. He has a full season under his belt with Randall. Now, the only thing that's going to hold him back is where the team finishes. We have them finishing 6th, but we also have the Clippers finishing 5th. With all of the controversy that's happening, I bet the Clippers drop. So we can have the Timberwolves potentially finish 5, and they could pass them. They could jump the Mavericks for 4. So, like, it's very possible they finish top 4. I think that's, like you said, Kevin, that's the minimum it's going to take. But, dude, like, the guy's only getting better. I think, and everyone loves him already, and he's good on defense too. Like, I think he could do it, bro. I think he could do it.
A lot of people have been saying that too, just because, like, what I mean by a lot of people is like Shams and a bunch of reporters are coming out saying that he's been very locked in this offseason and wants to really improve. Shams came out today, I think it was, and said he spent a lot of the summer watching Jordan and Kobe highlights so he can work on his post game because he wants to be better in the post.
Interesting.
Or it was something along that.
Dude, yeah, I would say he definitely has the likes of voters and the NBA. They want to push this guy as the face of the league. So if he has an incredible season this year, which I'm very sure he will, like, he could very easily, I hate to say the word easily, but you guys know what I mean, very easily get it. Because, like, the Timberwolves, like, they've had pretty solid team success the past 2 years. Last 2 years, they've made deep playoff runs, so, like, they can do it. The team can win. Hopefully they can just win in the regular season. That way Ant could actually, like, be considered for the award. But like I said, you know, at the end of the season, they looked a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season. So if they can just put that together cohesively over 82 games, then yeah. If they're a top 4 seed, the NBA will not allow anyone else to win the MVP.
I mean, dude, he averaged 28, 6, and 5 last season, with shooting 40%, leading the league in 3-point volume. Like, he's only going to get better? Like, come on, bro. The real question here is, it's not who can win it, because I think we all can agree Ant can have a great season and potentially win it. But it's what's Shea going to look like and what is Jokic going to look like. It's more about his competition, why he wouldn't win it.
They're going to look the way that they usually do. A part of me did want to say that it's very possible we see a Shea repeat. Very, very possible. We could just see him have a run like Jokic has it, where he just keeps winning it back-to-back every other year. But, like, those guys are definitely not out the question. Their teams are easily going to be top 4 in the Western Conference this year as well. So, and when they're there, it's really hard to overlook them.
Yeah.
If Jokic averages another triple-double, then it's going to be hard not to give it to him.
Dude, he averaged a triple-double and didn't win MVP.
Stupid.
So dumb.
Yeah,
Like, do you know how
dude,
unreal that is?
It's became so normal.
Yeah.
for him to just put up those numbers, it became too normal, honestly.
Yeah.
It's to the point where it's like almost not impressive.
See, my pick was Jokic as well, just because there's no way I think that he has coming off a season like that, and it feels like every season he's just getting better. As analysts like come into the season, they think he's gonna. There's like, okay, he's gonna have somewhat of a decline, but no, it's every season he's getting better. And it's felt that way every year, and especially the team that they just built around him this past off season. It is really, really hard to argue that he won't win MVP this season. I really think that he's the lock in my eyes. If I had to pick a number 2, I'd probably go Shea, just because I think those two teams, because the team success matters a lot for the MVP award, and I feel like those are the two best teams in the West going into the NBA next season. Anthony Edwards, though, I could see him getting the MVP award just depending on how they finish. He could probably finish top 5, I bet. I don't know if he did last year or not.
Do you still dislike Ant, or have those feelings faded? Or is it a complex relationship?
It's complicated.
It's like, yeah, it's complicated.
She goes to a different school.
It's a little bit complicated. I mean, my main thing against Anthony Edwards is I just don't like the Jordan comparisons. I don't like when people compare him to Jordan, because I don't think they're that accurate. And then also, I really don't like the glaze that everybody gives him.
But you mess with Shea.
Says Shea's biggest fan.
He's not my favorite player. Shea's not my favorite player, as much as you guys want to say that.
Actions speak louder than words.
Okay. I don't own any Shea merch.
Not yet.
I won't.
Not that we know of.
Okay. Now, call me stupid. Is it possible Jokic, like, statistically declines a little bit just because he has an actual competent roster around him that can, like, take some pressure off of him?
Maybe he'll
I'll
lose
say
a point.
I'll say points. That's really it. But like rebounds, no. Assists are gonna go up if anything. He has more shooters around him. I would points. That's really it. That's the only thing.
How much do you think? How many
2
points?
points.
4
2?
at
4?
most.
Okay.
I think
At
2.
most 4.
What, he averaged 29.3, right? Or something like that.
He was flirting with 30 a game.
So he drops to 26, but puts up a triple-double. Man, all right. My final prediction is whoever finishes first. If OKC finishes first, it's Shea. If Denver finishes first, it's Jokic. If you're going to make me pick one, not based on scenario, I'm going to go Jokic. And then just to switch it up and like add some flavor to this conversation, because this is kind of a done deal, it seems like, I'm going to throw an Ant as my sleeper pick. Ant's going to be like my backup. If they finish, I'll say if the Timberwolves finish second, if they finish second or first, I'm not going to say first, minimum second, Ant will win MVP. That's my prediction.
Yeah. I'll pretty much go with Jokic. I'll have Ant as the backup. I really think he can do it. And then I guess dark horse, if you want to call it, will be Luka. Because I'm just still shaky on the Lakers' success.
You went into this with Luka. What made you switch?
That was just the first guy that came to my mind. I didn't say he was my pick. That's what you said.
Okay.
That roster's going to finish outside the play-in.
My pick would probably be Jokic, SGA, and then Luka.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You know, these talks used to be a lot more fun before we had repeat winners every year.
Dude, I kind of like when it's repeat winners, though.
Really?
I think that's what the NBA needs, is repeat winners.
No, people complained about that. Repeat winners in championships and awards. I don't understand.
Yeah, but then It's a dual-edged sword, man, or a double-edged sword. I don't think any way you go about it, you can't win. You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
That's true. But it is always cool to see someone new win it. Someone new finally climb that mountain.
All right. Let's do a GMLB consensus first team All NBA here. We'll predict the first All NBA team. Tatum is out. That's the big one. So we have a slot opened.
As if he was going to get it.
Last season, it was. What do you mean? As if he was going to get it? he got it last season. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, that was last season.
So last season it was Mitchell, Shea, Giannis, Tatum, and Jokic.
Take Mitchell out.
Yeah,
I think Shea, Giannis, and Jokic, bro, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's.
agree.
I don't think I'll allow us to put anything.
I mean, the
above
other
those
two are going
guys
to
in
be
there.
the other two are going to be Luka and Anthony Edwards. Since it's
Wemby
all
crack it?
positionless now. Oh, Wemby as well.
Could he
Well,
crack it?
Luka didn't make it last season. Was that
Yeah,
injury
but he was
based?
hurt.
I can't
Yeah.
remember. He missed
Yeah,
the
it was. He
was
65
hurt.
game mark, right?
Yeah, he
um,
missed too many games.
Now, I think that team wins factor into this because Mitchell was first team. And then, LeBron was second team.
But
didn't
they were also
finish.
fourth.
Yeah. Cade was
They
high.
were third.
Tyrese was high. Clippers were. Where did the Clippers finish? Like 5 or 6, right?
Fifth.
But then Jalen Williams got third team, pretty much exclusively because the Thunder were so dominant. I don't know if Luka's first team. I really don't know. If they finish like 10th, I don't know if he makes the first team. He might be a second.
Well, what did the Mavericks in 2023, 2024 finish? Because Luka was first team that year.
Fifth. Fifth or
There we
fourth.
go.
They finished 5th. That's when they went to the finals, yeah. They finished 5th.
Yeah.
I feel like your team
Yeah, they
has
were
to be in the
fifth.
top 5 in the conference.
Yeah.
At least.
Where did he finish that year in All NBA?
He finished first team.
Yeah, he was first team.
Okay. Now 10 is 5 spots below that.
He's been first team 2023, 2024, 2022, 2023,
You said
2021, 22, 2020, 2021, 2019, 20.
He's been
Yeah.
first. Yeah, one of those seasons they missed the playoffs. I do remember that actually. The first season they got Kyrie. All right. Yeah, maybe he is just first team. Maybe we just put
I mean,
the guy first team.
He's top 5 NBA players in the world.
Ant's going to be
Or-
first team this year, though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or KD.
First?
He's on a really damn good team. He's gonna have to hoop now that Drake's out. Now that Aubrey isn't playing, he get 100%. He could definitely get first. I don't think he will, but he most definitely can. The guy's always in like MVP voting to start every single season.
I would hesitate to put KD on the first team. I think he'll make it, but it'll be second probably at the highest, I think. I just don't he didn't even make it last season, and I know the Suns sucked, so maybe team play does kind of factor in, but he had an incredible season last season and didn't even make it.
Yeah, but like you said, the Suns were god awful. Team success definitely matters here. Unless you're Luka.
I don't see first. He just has too much competition. Jokic, Shea, and Giannis are going to be there, barring injuries, of course. Tatum's out. I think Ant will be there. Do you think KD will make it over Ant?
Probably not. I don't think he's going to make first team either. I'm just saying that he has a good chance to.
Yeah.
It's a conversation, but I mean, Luka and Ant in those final 2 spots a lot better than anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, Donovan Mitchell could be there again if the Cavs finish number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Now they have Lonzo Ball.
Or like someone from the Knicks, maybe,
Like Brunson.
Oh yeah, Brunson could.
like Brunson. Like I
Yeah.
said, someone from the Knicks. It didn't just say Brunson. Like, who else would it be?
I mean, if they do finish the top of the East, but I mean, the West is even more lopsided now. I feel like the top of the
Yeah,
East.
I would
wouldn't
say.
even-
I would say for that final spot, it could either be like Brunson or Luka, and that's just depending on like the success of the Lakers,
Yeah.
or maybe even like toss Mitchell in that mix because they'll obviously be at the top of the East again.
That
It'll
would
be Cavs
be-
Knicks.
That would be crazy if the first team was 4 players from the West. If we do Luca and Ant, and there's 1 player from the East. Do you think they think about that? Do you think they are like try to balance it?
No, they don't try to balance that at all.
Everyone.
They
is
used to try to
balanced, though.
balance it. They used to try to balance that by the positions, like only like so it was like strictly on I think power forward, centers, shooting guard, small forward, point guard. But
No,
now
yeah, the
since-
positions are gone now.
Yeah, the positions are gone. I don't think they try to balance it at all. I mean, there's no way you can because it's an odd number.
But every single one is balanced. There's at least 2 from one conference.
Hey man, that's how it goes.
Can't control where Giannis plays.
Yeah.
All right, so are we gonna put Brunson there over Luca? I think Ant's a done deal for this
No.
one.
I'll put Luka there over Brunson.
Okay, so GMLB's first team All NBA. We have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, excuse me, my Balkan friends, Luka Doncic, and Anthony Edwards. First team All NBA GMLB consensus. We're not doing second or third. We'll do that another day. All right, finals matchup. Final thing we got on the docket before we wrap up here. Who do you guys got going to the finals?
So early. Well, as along with everything else we've said in this entire episode, the last 66 minutes we've been talking. But, man, I really want to put Denver there. I really, really, really do. I want it to be Denver and New York. That way, like, when Melo's sitting courtside, who's he rooting for? You know?
That's a good point.
It's a really good point. Probably New York, because
Yeah.
he doesn't even own his number in Denver anymore. No one's going to remember he was number 15 because of this big
Yeah.
bastard.
Denver
Dude.
fans also, I think, hold like a grudge against him too.
I think they do. And like Jokic literally bought the team a championship, multiple MVPs. It makes sense. It's the right
Yeah.
move. But yeah, dude, I don't know why. I'm really feeling this Denver New York finals right now. It's like cemented in my head.
I'm just
Good
scared
matchups
with,
all around.
I'm scared with Mike Brown, dude. It's like, do I trust Mike Brown to take this team to the finals with a whole new identity, new rotations? Like, yeah, they'll have a lot less
They have the
miles.
depth.
They have a lot less miles. They have more depth, but like, you know, injuries actually weren't a problem for them last season for once. It's like we kind of saw what their full potential was,
Yeah, I think
at least with like the Tibbs era.
I'll say we saw what the full potential was with Tibbs. It's like, all right, they can only get this far playing Jalen Brunson ISO ball. It's time to switch it up a little bit. So now that Mike Brown's there, dude, a lot of people say he was wrongfully fired from Sacramento. I somewhat agree. I think he was just dealt a horrible hand when he was over there with the talent that he had. But yeah, I mean, the East is just open. I think it's going to be either Cleveland or say it, New York
Yeah.
coming out of the East. We're really big in Orlando, but I don't think they're there yet. Don't think they're there quite yet, and I would just be absolutely shocked with how big we are on them, and they end up making the finals. That'd be
Yeah.
insane.
That would be
Yeah,
incredible.
I think Cleveland and New York a little bit too experienced for Orlando and some of the other teams in the East. So I'll probably go with New York out of the East for me.
I would say for the East, for me, I think I'm going to go with the Cavs. I think Kenny Atkinson is a better coach, in my opinion, than Mike Brown. And I think the Cavs learned from their mistakes last season and are going to get better and improve on that. Evan Mobley is going to continue to get better. That whole team, they were right there. I think they just, it was just they got outplayed by the Pacers and
were injured.
honestly and were injured as well. I forgot about that. I think that next year they could really do it. I mean, they surprised everybody last year with how well they played, how many wins they got. I think they're going to do the same this year. I think they're going to finish top of the East, and they're going to go to the finals.
What about the West?
But from the West, man, I really don't see, I want to say the Thunder, but I don't see them going back to the finals again, just because I feel like it's always it's the past couple of seasons, it's always been like the team doesn't make it as far as they did, or they don't go to the finals at all, and I don't see them going back for some reason. I feel like there's going to be something that happens. So I think it's going to be Denver. I really like the roster that they built, or if somehow the Rockets figure it out, I think the Rockets could also go to the finals. But it just sucks with that injury with Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, dude, that does suck. It's just, dude, I'm so big on Denver going into this season. I feel like I always am. I'm like a broken record at this point. But just the retooling they did was perfect. It's everything they needed and some more. It's going to be really hard for me not to imagine them going there. Because, dude, they had OKC, man. They took them to 7 with that bum squad they had last year. And Aaron Gordon was playing on one leg in Game 7. Literally hobbling across the court. It was incredible. But, dude, yeah, it's just really hard for me to imagine that with this squad, full health, that they lose to OKC.
Yeah. I am going Denver Cavs. So I believe I agree with Victor. That is my prediction as well. Denver Cavs, I have Denver probably winning in 5 games. Denver in 5.
Damn.
Yeah. You
Gentlemen's
guys remembered, Donovan Mitchell's on the Cavs.
Denver
You
in
guys
5.
forgot.
The Rockets will finish 5th now that Fred's injured. That's such a huge loss for them. That sucks.
Yeah. It's their one playmaker.
Yeah, it's the one other piece of offense they have
Dude.
outside of Kevin Durant.
Now they're just back to square one.
Pretty much, yeah. They just have a more efficient Jalen Green. What?
Dude, I'm thinking a week before the NBA season, we probably have to redo those those rankings.
No, bro.
Just because of just what happened with the NBA season,
We can't.
or the off season. I mean,
We can't. This is our consensus.
We're running with it.
We have no.
just because,
clue.
dude, that's so unfair, man.
That's our fault.
Yeah, it's our fault.
We
Yeah.
decided, hey, we have nothing to talk about. Let's rank the East.
Yeah. All right. Well, GMLB family,
it.
that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you being here. If you want to email the show, feel free to email us at gmlbfans@gmail.com. We read all emails on the show. We don't get a lot of them, so please email. Victor gets very sad when you don't email the show. We also have our full podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcast if you want to enjoy the full podcast in all of its length. And then we have our short form and interactive content on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and Snapchat at GMLB Pod. Tune in to us there on whatever platform you use. And with that being said, we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.